readers, I was also drawn to this book because of the forbidden aspect of the love story. Samesies. But back to the best part of your week, where we sit down and we read reviews of really popular books on BookTok. Today we're talking about Priest by Sierra Simone, and if you can't tell by the name, it's about a priest getting hot and nasty. I really don't get paid enough for this. There are many rules a priest can't break. A priest cannot marry, a priest cannot abandon his flock, a priest cannot forsake his God. That implies that there's more than one God, but we're not going to talk about religion here because that's not the point of this video. I've always been good at following the rules until she came, and she will be coming in more ways than one. Okay? There's nothing I love more than a good taboo love story and all the inner turmoil and angst that comes with the subject. Every single time I hear the word angst, I'm transported back to emo Tumblr. There was a very popular fanfic about two band members, and one of them was a priest and the other was a Catholic boy. Yeah, if you know, you know. Anyway, well, while I like the idea, sadly, this book was a huge disappointment for me. I will say that those in the mood for an easy, scorching hot read with a priest, obviously, and the hero will find this book a winner. One of my biggest problems with this book was that the forbidden element was extremely weak, despite the hero being a priest. How is it weak? He is literally a priest. Their whole focus in life is celibacy, right? That's what makes the freaking priest. Okay. While I read, I kept asking myself if Father Tyler Bell was even a priest to begin with, because based on his constant horny state and inner monologue, everything about him screamed amateur and not a holy man who had always been good at following the rules. Fairs. But I will say this, inner monologue, you can say anything you want up there. It's about what comes out. Do you know what I mean? You could be a very horny priest in your head. I'm gonna say the word horny a lot, aren't I? Anyway, the speed at which Father Bell fell for the heroine Poppy was flat out ridiculous, and since there was no build-up, the romance was more insta-love to me than a gradual angsty ride. There we go with the angst again. I think if the author had added a few more chapters at the beginning incorporating Father Bell's duties along with his interactions with other parishioners, especially other women, it would have made me see that there is indeed a difference in his connection with those parishioners and his connection with Poppy. Basically, man comes out of the gate being ready to just... Mom, if you're seeing this, just click out. I was raised Roman Catholic. Just leave. Instead, my initial impression of Father Bell was that he fell for Poppy simply because she was the first beautiful woman who showed up at his church. Listen, the dating pool was small, okay? Man just had to hold on for the right kind of woman. Another issue I had was with the heroine herself. While I didn't buy into Father Bell's priestly act, I still liked him as a character, and ultimately he is a good guy, just a horny one. On the other hand, I despise the heroine Poppy. I don't know exactly what she said or did that made me had a turn off for me, but her, I'm rich but I became a stripper. So this man fell in love with a stripper of all the people he could fall in love with. Just you do you, Father. Her I'm rich but I became a stripper roast came off as snobby and annoying to me. She came to Father Bell's church to seek absolution for her supposed sins, but her actions completely contradicted her motives. Bitch comes in like, oh my god, I'm stripping for other men, stop me! And then ends up in bed with a priest. Like, child, come on, you need some guidance in your life. From her entire confession to the way she treats Father Bell outside of church, she deliberately set out to seduce him. Ooh, little temptress, what did she think, getting in bed with God? I'm going to hell after this. I mean, she says things like this in normal conversations with him. Don't worry, I won't bother you with my body again. I'll respect your vow and your outdated chivalry along with it. I don't like her either, and I haven't even read the book. Sentences like these are intentionally provocative and gauche. I don't know, makes me think of Poppy as a slut. Shrug. Same. And Father Bell is somebody who can't control himself around the first woman to throw sexual innuendos at him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she probably is the first. I don't know a lot of women that would go to church and be like, you see that priest? I'd take him on a ride to Pound Town. Additionally, I felt like much of the taboo romance buildup was pushed aside to make way for the smutty smut. We love the smutty smuts. The reason I'm fucking even pulling this out. Thus, there was no depth to this story. The ending of the book was also disappointing, as the author threw in a dumb communication misunderstanding, a time gap, and a hasty wrap-up of the story that lowered my opinion of the book even more. As it should. Listen, I don't have a lot of tropes I hate, but number one, pregnancy. Stop throwing pregnancy as a way to, she got pregnant. Ugh. Unless it's, a key part of the fundamental development of the book. Cannot stand pregnancy. The other one, miscommunication. We're all adults here. Have a fucking conversation. Anyway, nowadays I think it's fairly common for forbidden romance books to be published. The question is, how many of these authors can pull off such an overused premise and still be able to make their stories engaging and originally? But sadly for Priest, nothing made this book positively stand out from the crowd other than its heat level. In short, I would not recommend this book. And if you think that is spicy and that is a damn girl, I want you to know that at the end of this review it says, ARC provided by the author in exchange for an honest review. This is somebody who was like, hey, can you read my book and review it? And they were like, horrible. 0 out of 10 stars. Take it away. That's brutal. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want more stuff like this. And a shout out to @NimbleFire because they were the ones who commented that they wanted more videos, please. So this one is to you. I hope it was extremely disappointing because that's all I know how to do. Thank you.